Dear students, today I would like to teach you very important topic, union list, state list and concurrent list. What do you mean by this? And who is empowered to make law on union list subject, state list subject and concurrent list subjects? Dear students, I would like to mention this. In 7th schedule of Indian Constitution, these subjects has been mentioned. So what is union list, what is state list and what is concurrent list? First let me tell this one about these list. Union list are those subject only Union Parliament is empowered to make the law. Meaning Modi ji government means Modi government can make law on union lists subject. State government is not empowered. Second subject is there, state list. How many subjects mentioned in state list? Only sorry only state government is empowered to make law, and concurrent lists are there. In concurrent list, how many subjects are there? So in that, both government, central and state, both are empowered to make law. Now, before explaining this one, I would like to teach you some subjects regarding union list. I think defense, highway, forest, foreign affairs, currency, loan, RBI, post office, saving bank, trade and commerce, banking, census and UPSC. Some names I am telling. Total 97 subjects are there according to your book I am telling. So total 97 subjects are there. So some important subject I have taught you, like rail, affairs, defense affairs, atomic energy, currency, RBI, census, banking and Union Public Service Commission. Some selected one I am telling, all I am not telling. So these subjects are known as union list subjects. So dear students, you know this one, in union list subject, who is empowered to make law? Only Parliament is empowered to make the law. Now clear this one. Second point is there, state list. Which is state list? You should understand this one. State list are also mentioned in 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and it has been mentioned that how many subjects are there in state list. Some state list subjects I would like to mention here: police, weight and measures, local government, I think Panchayati Raj system, 3-tier, public health, burial ground, libraries and museum, communication, agriculture, water supply, irrigation and land. So these are state level subjects. So regarding state level subjects, state government is empowered to make law. Now some concurrent list I would like to mention, like education, forest, trade, marriage, administration of justice. These subjects are concurrent list subjects. And protection of the wildlife, these are concurrent list subject. Earlier education, forest and this one protection of wildlife was a state level subject, but in 42nd Amendment Act it became concurrent list subject. So whatever now, so only that much I am telling. So one dispute is there regarding concurrent list, state list and union list, so very much easy, but only one controversial situation is there, I would like to clear here कि no any confusion will be there. Confusion will be sorted out by easy way. With reference to the concurrent list, I have taught you कि both government, central government and state government, both government are empowered to make the law. I am going to teach you here. Suppose state government made law on concurrent list subject and that law is going on. It means accordingly law has been implemented and now smoothly functioning going on. Suppose after 2 months, 3 months, central government also made law on same subject. That is mentioned in concurrent list. So now question is there, which law will be prevail? In one country, two law can't be possible. So your answer will be there. Central law will be prevail. Dear students, clear? So now union list 97 subject, state list 66 subject and 47 subjects. Okay, and now current data I am not telling. I am telling whatever given in your book. Well, if you write, nobody will cut marks. Now, so this is clear that union list subjects, union government can make law. State level subject, state government can make law, and concurrent list subject, both are empowered to make the law. Now, one special condition is there. In that special condition, Parliament is empowered to make law on state level subject also. So only this much point I would like to explain today. After that I will conclude my lecture. Dear students, I would like to mention that 3 conditions are there. In those conditions, Parliament is empowered to make law on state level subject also. Please pay attention this one. First condition is there, if there is an emergency. Suppose emergency is there in our country. In that circumstances, Parliament is empowered to make law on state level subject. Now first point clear. First point will be there, if there is an emergency in the country. Next point, in which condition Parliament can make law on state level subject? If Rajya Sabha will pass the resolution by special majority. Special majority means 2/3 majority. Then only central government can make law on state level subject. Second condition clear? Means Rajya Sabha will pass. I think you know why this provision is there. It is very urgent matter was there, that then only Rajya Sabha will pass the resolution by special majority. Special majority means 2/3 majority. And I think you know Rajya Sabha is known as Council of State, means representative of states. And if all states wanted, so definitely central government will make law. So second point is there, when Rajya Sabha will pass the resolution by special majority, then only Parliament is empowered or central government is empowered to make law on state level subject. Third condition is there. Please pay attention this one. If 2 or more than 2 state assemblies, if 2 or more than 2 state assemblies will pass the resolution in their respective state assemblies and request to Parliament, then only Parliament will make law on state level subject. Dear students, you should understand this one. When 2 or more than 2 state assemblies will pass the resolution in their state assembly by special majority and they requested to Parliament, then only Parliament can make law on state level subject. But it is very necessary to mention here, those states pass the resolution requested to Parliament. So this will be this law that has been made by central government will be implemented in those states only. So now clear? So there are 3 important conditions. In that condition only Parliament is empowered to make law on state level subject. Dear students, I am going to clear this one. In normal circumstances, there is no any issue that Parliament unnecessarily interfere and make law on the state level subject. I am talking about only three conditions given. Okay, in normal condition, union list subject, union government will make law, state level subject, state government will make law, and concurrent list, both government will make law. All term and condition I have discussed. So dear student, today only this much. Next day I will come with another video. Thank you.